Good day, Sven the Slayer here once again, and welcome back to Starmade. In this video, I'm going to be going over a little bit of a proof of concept that I thought of, and that is how to create spawnable derelicts in Starmade. So what we have here is a ship I shot up, and just to make it look more like it was attacked by pirates, just fired a couple missiles at it. And I will show you how to turn this ship into a spawnable derelict. So here we are in build mode of my little freighter, and converting this into a spawnable derelict is really easy. You'll just need a couple things. First of all, you'll need to do this in a protected sector, or you'll need to be in God mode. And then for materials, all you'll need is probably just one warhead and a NOT gate and a delay signal. So just put some warheads around the core. They used to be disintegrators. They're actually called warheads now. They still say disintegrator on the texture though. And then for a rudimentary clock, all you do is take a delay and a NOT and then wire them both into each other. And when you activate the delay twice, so look at it and hit F twice, it'll turn into a clock. Now this clock is, hard to turn off. It'll just keep ticking. But that doesn't matter. As soon as the explosives go off, it'll disappear. So once you wire the clock into the explosives, they will start detonating, and you can't hear that, but I can, so it's really loud. I'll just back up here. And those will continue detonating once a second until you leave the protected sector or delete the clock. So what we can do is go into the catalog and save the blueprint. And then once we have the blueprint saved, go into permissions and set it as enemy usable. Okay, so I've gone ahead and changed sectors as well as set myself as invisible as well as invincible. And what happens when we go into the catalog and spawn in that ship is it'll spawn and then shortly thereafter explode. Now this will happen if you load it in or attempt to buy it, or if it spawns naturally as a mob. Now the only thing I don't know is I'm not really clear on how the spawning mechanics work in the game. I don't know how the game determines what wave strength to send, what wave strengths are just randomly spawned to fly around. But because this ship, probably because it costs more than the default Isanth, it tends to spawn in higher waves, so it'll actually spawn in wave strength of 8. So when I spawn a wave strength of 8, there will be a single derelict with it. Now if I spawn wave strength of 9, it should spawn multiple of them, because it picks out the heavier ships. So there's 1, 2, and 3 of them in that wave strength of 9. So it's not really an ideal solution, and you may never see derelicts if the game never decides to spawn the wave strength that they show up in. Or if you make a derelict too small, you'll get nothing but derelict spawning instead of the pirates that you want. So yeah, it's just a proof of concept, like I said. And if we ever get the ability to set up custom AI factions, you can make a faction that'll randomly spawn nothing but derelict ships. So give a little bit of treasure hunting to your player base. Or if you're an admin on an RP server or something, you can set up, just spawn a derelict somewhere and tell players that it's, oh, the treasure chest, send out a transmission, the ship's last transmission, and maybe initiate a wave of pirates, so there's pirates guarding it. I don't know, but that'll be up to server admins if they decide they want to give that a try. I'm just putting this proof of concept out there, and if I encourage you to play with it. Set up a couple ships as derelicts and see if they spawn on their own, and just see what happens. It's kind of a neat concept, I think. That's why I'm sharing it. But that'll about cover it for today's video. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next video.